Okay.
able to see.
Yeah. Very warm welcome. Good morning to all. I am Prashant and Manish with me. We are here to give you overview on Ruby on Rails. Before that, I want to give you a small introduction of KTS Skill. As we know, KTS Skill is a institute where all the professional is dedicated to give you those type of material where you can focus more on the practical instead of theory. This is the major difference from other institutes. We have the affordable cost and training material, and all lab and assignment is included in each session. So you can visit the website for more detail, and you can connect with Sandeep and any other team member, give you the full detail of the KTS skill. So yeah, this is the over. These are the few lines. The KTS skill. We are based on the Bangalore location. Currently, we are on online mode, and our full motto to deliver all the latest technology courses to the student. They may be either fresher or working experience, but we mainly focus on the practical knowledge. So here the agenda of demo. I am expecting some freshers also, so I include the agile methodology. I give you just a minute, not in depth, but the agenda is a Ruby overview, Rails overview, project overview, and the practical assignment which we cover on each schedule, sessions. Like if we started, why Ruby? What is Ruby? So as you know, Ruby is a very similar to other language like Python, PHP. If you heard about the small type, the main difference here is Ruby is the Ruby make the famous due to the object oriented concept and the easy syntax. This is invented by one of the Japanese Yuko in 1993, and the Ruby alias is the programmer best friend. So why it told the Ruby is the programmer best friend, I will tell that later. And this is the famous quote from Yukio in 2008 Google Doc session. So I hope to see the Ruby help everyone programming in the world to the productivity and enjoy programming and to be happy. Mm. So this is the Ruby official page where Ruby is announced their upcoming release, and if any version is deprecated, it's there. So these are the list of few famous applications in Ruby. Google is already using because I got little
Some
background.
background noise is coming, Prasant.
It's not from my side. Somebody else. Can you please mute otherwise? Yeah, now.
Just
As can you just go and mute?
Yeah, so here list of the all those applications like Twitter, SlideShare, GitHub. NASA is also used for as a Ruby as a simulation program.
I think
More
sound is coming from
Who is
Harish.
Harish? Harish, can you go ahead and mute your?
Yeah, just a minute.
yeah, it's better now. So these are the list where Ruby is widely used. Now coming to the portion why Ruby is simple. So as you there is a very simple concept. The list line of code easy to maintain. So these are the programming comparison of programming. Why Ruby is faster development and why it is easy to maintain. So the line is very simple. We have started our career with the Ruby with the C, which gives us a full place of basic knowledge where we are starting with our programming language. This was the basic language as a C. Then we are moved little advanced in our last semester. We see the Java. In the Ruby, you can see the concept is how much line is reduced, and this is give you the practical example. This is IRB. I show you what is the IRB. This is a Ruby integrated environment. Is the IAM. Means you can say that Ruby provides this ID where you can perform all Ruby application. Like if I write here codes, hello world, it just give you the output. Nothing else it required. So this is very similar. It returns script. And why Ruby means what is the interpreter language? There are two type of language: compiler language and interpreter language. Interpreter language is directly communicate with the computer. It's not required a compilation phase like Java. We have first convert to the Java C compile file. Then in the runtime, it's convert and delivered to the computer. But since Ruby is an interpreter, so it's directly convert from developer code to computer code. And the famous editor like we have RubyMine, Sublime, NetBeans, VS Code. This is the famous editor, and if you not If anyone not aware about the ID is a integrated development editor where you write your code. When you move to the project, you have to require an ID. So this is the platform where you're writing your code. And this is the simple step how you install the Ruby. In the Mac, Ruby is
Sam,
predefined.
just sorry to interrupt you.
Sure.
As you are a host, okay, so might be other people also joining, okay. So if you're getting notification to admit them, you can just click on admit, okay. In the participant, just click on participant. If somebody's trying to,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Amit, for joining. Thanks, Kareem.
Thank you, Sarin. Thanks for joining. Okay, you carry on.
Okay. So here who joined the late, I give here the Ruby on Rails session, and I am just giving the overview of Ruby. So I am on the slide where we are installing the Ruby. These are the steps for different operating system. For Windows, we have go to this, visit this page and download the Ruby installer. For Ubuntu, we know it's the command-based terminal, command-based interface. So in the terminal, we have to write this apt install Ruby. In the Mac, it's already defined, but you want particular version, then you can go with the Brew. And this is the general some overview of Ruby, how the Ruby file is say Ruby, like other language Java is used with Java C and other command like PHP is PHP. Here Ruby is saved with the file .rb file. Here we use hash for comments. For multiple line comment we are using begin and end. Null is here is in belongs to null class. Block is begin with the end statement, and variable is dynamic chain to you. So here if we write a is equal to Ram, then it's I'm just showing what is the meaning. Something syntax. So like here, if I assign with the RAM, it will take that thing also. And if I assign A with the any number, so it dynamic duck type changes. It will change automatically based on the assignment variable. So this is the feature of dynamic changes. Like here I am showing then what is the naming convention we follow on the Ruby. Like class name is started with the capital letter, method is small started with the small letter. Here the some convention, the local method variable is start with the lowercase, constant will be always in the capital letter, global variable is written in the dollar signature, and the prefix is start with the @ and sometimes we use class variable, then we have to use double @. This is the now I am coming with the core Ruby part. I'm just give you an overview. In the class, we will cover it in the depth. But now here agenda to give the small overview, and here the programming and here the output. So what is the syntax of classes and object here? So this is the class which I create with the greet name. Initializer is very similar to constructor. We heard about that in our previous language, and greeting is a here method. So I with the help of OPG object class name dot new, it will create one object, and once the object is created, constructor will call, as you know. So initialize will automatically initialize with the name and age. So I just call this object dot method greeting. It show the output hello Tom, this is your age is 10. In other language we have a string. Here we have also a string, and a string is initialized with the name. We have a lot of method like size large, we can chop, we can play around with the string. We have a lot of method. I am just showing here with the code. So if you do the double code, then you are able to interpolate. Interpolation is a term here. So if you want to save any variable name with a, if you use hash and curly braces, then it show you the output. Like here we are saying here a is equal to name, it gives. But when you use the single code, it will treat a whole string as a string. It will not give you interpolation method. So this is the basic main difference between. In the string we are using somewhere double quote, somewhere we use single quote. So double quote we will use when we use interpolation. Like we have the array here, and the the syntax of creating the array is equal to array.new, and you can define any input. Like here I provide 10. So now I can check the size, I can check the length, here is the output, and I can also create an array with this bracket sign. ABC is the method, and if I check the index of 0, uh, it will give the A1. Means if I give equal to sign with 1, it will print A, and in the print A is here. There is also some shortcut to create the array. Just you have to use the percentage and W. It will create you one array. Here is the printing of it. Hashes is very similar to the Python dictionary. Here we have a key value pairs. In sometime programming methodology, in programming we are use some pair. Like if we have to save the our weekdays, we can initialize 0 with Sunday, 1 with Monday. So very similar fashion we are using here hashes. Hashes we have key and then value. So here option as a defined as a hash here. I put option front side, it give me the output as a 10. When I call the key, it will return the values. Here another way to create the hash.new. Meanwhile, I'm checking if Sunny is already updated. Okay, so hash.new, here is the temp dot. If I can also initialize the value by the help of hashes key. Here the conditional structure. Conditional structure is very similar like if, else, case statement, unless statement. So here my A is initialized with 30, and I'm checking comparing the value of A. Based on the correct value, it will print the output. Here the loop. We support here while loop, begin loop, for loop. This is given an example of while loop. So I initialize with 0. If I less than 15, then looping and print the values. Here the code block. Code block is means we have to write anything in the code block, and in our class, in our method, just be calling with the yield method. Yield method is responsible to call your block. So here you can see where I call the yield method, it will show the block out. Here the iteration is mainly using for run on the array and hash function. Suppose we have defined the feed as a array here, and I can do each, map, collect, any iterator to print the output here. So here we have also used 3 dot times, it will print 3 times hello, and here we are using the print count, then it show the count out, start with 3, end with 7, and then print the value. So here it start with 3, end with 7. So now I move to the Rails part. If any question, please you can ask. Else I'm moving to the Rails overview. Then I give the project and the project and agile methodology overview. If no question, I can move on.
Prashant, just wanted to understand like what ID you are using here.
Shake. Yeah. So we are using various ID in the market currently. The recommended is RubyMine for the Ruby, but we have NetBeans, Eclipse, other language support also. VS Code is latest one, which I am using for my coding purpose.
So what you will suggest to the students if they wanted to use some free ID, like
yeah,
so that they should not spend money in
yeah.
or a trial version kind of problems should not occur. So if you can suggest some open source ID.
Yeah, RubyMine is especially free for students. They can use with the student ID, and it will provide you the editor license. Otherwise, VS Code is also a good option where you got the terminal in your ID, where you can write your program, and in the down you can check the output. So these two are the recommended systems.
Okay. So you can add those links to the slide if you want.
Yeah, sure. I have added those right here. RubyMine VS Code.
Okay. Just give the download link. That's it.
Yeah.
I was saying. Okay. Thank you, Prashant.
Thanks, Abhishek. So if no other question, I am moving to Rails here. So what is Rails? Rails is a framework written in the Ruby. So we have like in the Java, I can say that there is some core Java and the advanced Java. In the core Java, we have basically dealing with the looping, classes and all. In the advanced Java, we are using JSP, servlet, and all those things. So very similar fashion here. We have a Ruby which deal with the core programming, and in the Rails we are using for means web development. Rails is a framework, and here the highlight here. So Ruby, it's written in the Ruby and comes in market in 2004 by David Hannemeyer, and it gives the 10 times faster than other language. Development is 10 times faster than other language due to the very means less code, less lines of code. And Ruby, since Ruby is an open source, so this is also a reason to why company is choosing the Ruby these days. And Ruby has also very easy configuration with the database. Just you have inbuilt function migration here, so that gives you full-fledged of access to the database. Since it is not required the compilation, so it also make the faster. Ruby is convention over configuration. So you have defined the method, and it's very similar to the English. You have write the print or print statement puts this thing. Ruby support the meta programming. A scaffolding is the technique which gives you the fast development. You have to just write in your console Rails generate a scaffolding. It will give you full MVC pledge. Active record is used here for connecting the database, and MVC is a concept where we told that model view controller. I will show in the next slide how MVC will work. So this is architecture of Ruby in Rails, how this programming will work. So once any request comes from browser, if your application is running on the Ruby on Rails, and if your request, browser will get the request, it connect with the web server, and in the public, in the Ruby, in the Rails code structure, there is a public folder where you have all the assets and details. So public folder is connecting with the route. Rails framework comes in picture. In routing, routes talk with the controller. Based on that, it will redirect you view and the model. So what is view here? View is user interface part. View is here, and the model we are handling the queries from database. So here you can say that this is a model, this is a view, and this is controller. The request is looping here. Controller will decide where you have to go, either on view, either in model. Yeah. So here.
Amit, can you just mute your? I can see some background noise is coming. So yeah, it's fine now. Thank you.
So model is there with treating with the database, and it return their query response to the controller, and with the help of view, we respond the user request again in the browser. And if you come on the MVC architect, here the Rails application, here view, controller, and the model. So view is the user interface, controller is the logic where you write your code, and active record is a database. You have to connect with either PGSQL, MySQL, Oracle. It gives you the access to, it will give you the privilege to add this database, and controller will give the response of your query through with the help of view. So here the MVCs written here. What is the model? Model is handling the database. Controller provide the facilitation with the application. Traffic means it handling the request. Controller main responsible to handling the request. And view is the part where user is interact. This is a Ruby. I'm sorry for the anode, but I'm not sure how it will get. Might be this. And the Ruby Gem. Ruby Gem is similar to the third-party library. Here we are using Ruby Gem for scaling our application. These are the famous gems which we are using in Rails application for device. For authentication, we have device gem. For authorization, we have CanCan gem. For index-based search, we have Solar. For PDF upload, download, we have Carrier Wave. For admin panel, we have AppyAdmin. There is a list of all Ruby gems available in the site where you can check based on your requirement. You put those you put the gem name in your gem file. It will give you the that third-party access. And in this, we have planned to cover this two projects in our this course. First, we have the online shopping where we are using some where we where we give the access of customer registration, admin panel, payment gateway, item selection, card, full page of card, then send notification, and based on the customer purchase, we will collect the feedback. Other project we want to cover an online examination where a student or log in with their user ID and credential, means a student registration. Then we have admin panel for changing the question, and we have the student profile. We can check the what the student will last time when it is log in there and what's the result he get back. We have time limit also. So each question, suppose we fix that 10-minute or 12, 15-minute, any minute, we can check. We have MCQ option choice there, and this question pattern will be random. We give 5 question, 10 question, and that question will be randomized. And after completing the student examination, we will also send the report. What is your record? What you get the marks? And there is a file I add here to show that when we complete each session, like a string is one of the session, array, hash, in the Ruby there is some session. So each session, complete with this session, we are supposed to give you this type of assignment. 5 or 10 question will be there, and you have to complete those. So that will give you the practical knowledge also. And in the programming, you have to make your hand dirty. Otherwise, if you want to learn the programming, then you have to type. Without typing, with the hearing, you can't learn the language. So we believe on that. So we are including assignment and sample question for each session. And as I told on the early session, I suppose few freshers who also join. So here I give the agile methodology, how we work, how developer life cycle will go when you join the company. So if your organization is using the agile methodology, this is the diagram where I want to summarize the process of agile. First, your product owner get some requirement from either from customer, from a stakeholder or third party. He get them some output. Then he create the product backlog, and based on the priority, we have do the sprint meeting here, and we select some tasks. When our sprint is start, uh, once the sprint is start, it should not be date should not be changed, and no other task should be added here, because it give you the burn down chart very bad if you add the some task in between the sprint. And this is the sprint cycle. It will be either 1 week or 4 week maximum. And if you complete your sprint, then you have to a sprint review where you show your progress with the stakeholder or with the customer, with the client. And this is the sprint retrospective. So this is internal meeting. After complete your review call, we have one retrospective where we define what going well and how we can improve. But during the sprint, we have daily connection. In the 24-hour, we have one DSM call where we show our daily update with our team, what we are achieved, what are planning to do today, and what is, if there are any blocker, we can raise it here. And this is the Scrum Master who roles and responsibility to make them smooth, make them any blocker. If any blocker, then remove that. And once you complete the sprint, then you have one sprint burn down or burn up chart. As I show, burn down is that if you start the sprint and it goes smoothly, then you get one sprint burn down chart. And if you add any task in between that, then you go the burn up chart. So this is all about the Ruby on Rails overview. If any question, welcome here.
Guys, anyone having any questions?
Hi Prashant, Anand here. How about your planning about assessment and all, and what is your plan submitting the assignment and all? Could you please just explain?
Yeah. So in these days, what I have decided. So once the class is started, in each session, I will either I will mail to the student. We have the list of those students. We will mail those assignments. So this is the assignment written. Please complete that and revert on the mail. So we are planning to use the KT skill email to use that, so that we can send those email as assignment, and we will expect it same the response from the student.
So it means, are you planning for each and every topic after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
After each class, we will share those question on the student email group.
So
But
we'll
can we
be,
use Google Drive also? I mean, that would be a better option.
yeah, would be good. We'll
Yeah.
drive up.
So I will suggest the Google Drive. It's like, better option to just give the access to, a specific ID, whoever is a part of this particular course.
Only
Yeah.
for read access would be good, I believe.
Yeah, that will also good option. We will do that. And
Okay.
I have
So
to
yeah,
check with Sandeep also. In later we will have some module in our website where we will upload our assignment and a student will able to download that and submit their assignment. So this is also in progress.
definitely. Oh, thank you, Prashant. Thanks for a nice session. Guys, if you have any question, ask Prashant. Yeah, else we'll close this call and we'll move for just we'll invite for AI in machine learning, which has been scheduled at 3 p.m. today.
Yeah. And thanks, Prashant. It was a nice session. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining this meeting.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you all.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks everyone.